So we left Quabba Station this morning. We're heading to Wooramel Station, but on the way through we're stopping off at Carnarvon. We need to pick up some supplies. We're also going to visit the Space Museum. Ready to go to the moon?
Yeah.
I don't know if I should be worried, but we got a flashing orange light. Oh, it just stopped. Alright, well we finally made it at Wooramel Station, and as always, it took us forever to get here. When you don't have very far to travel, we only had like 180 k's to go today, but it still took us all day. We stopped at the Space Museum and the Cultural Centre and supplies. We spent ages at that Space Museum. That was fantastic. That was such a good little day. But anyway, we're finally here, later than we'd expected, but 3 more nights of rest and relaxation. Apparently we got a riverside, which is going to be awesome. So Miranda's just checked us in. She's got the map. Let's go. All good?
Yep, let's go.
Let's go.
Wooramel Station, nestled along the banks of the Wooramel River, is open from the 1st of March to the 22nd of December and offers a variety of accommodation options. They're currently building a cafe on site as well. There's plenty of things to see and do around the property. The most popular is the Artesian Bore Spas. Unfortunately, you can't fly drones on this beautiful station, but this only adds to the peacefulness of the place. Come with us as we go and explore.
Well, I think this will do us for 3 nights. What do you reckon, Jacqueline?
Bit me on the butt.
A mozzie bit you on the butt. Oh, cheeky mozzie.
Yeah.
Cheeky peeky mozzie. God, how good is this, Jacqueline? Pretty good, eh?
Good. We saw fish.
Did you? Well, let's go check out the river, eh? I'll race you there.
Hey.
Oh, I give up. You win. You win. You can just imagine what it's like when this is in full flow. Imagine this, full of water. Oh man, it'll be amazing. Pink and greys are out. And the flies are really friendly too. And look at this. The only way those tree logs get there is from flowing water. Can you imagine the amount of water it would have taken to get these tree logs here?
It's crazy. It would be cool to see it all in.
Oh man, I'd love to see this in full flow, but apparently it wasn't that long ago it was in full flow because of all the rain they've had here.
Yeah, look, there's a big nest up there.
Oh,
Beautiful.
stunning. All these little flashes of water that you see. I don't know how well it looks like on camera. But they're all the little fish trying to find deeper water. There's a whole bunch of them that just made it in to here. Their only chance is to keep swimming downstream to deeper and deeper water. But they've actually come into the... They found themselves in a little hole at the moment. They need to get over this little bridge here onto that side and then through, but there's trees in the way.
We found a swimming spot.
Well, it's getting deeper. I said, wow, it's getting deeper. It's a little bit of a swimming hole. It's not bad, this one. So I guess that debris in the tree, just there, that represents the last high point, which is, if I stand here, which is the basically, if I stand here, which is basically the riverbed, it's up to my head. How's that? The amount of water is up to my head flowing through here, the last high point. Yeah.
The sand is quite wet still. So it mustn't have been that long since it's dried out.
Nice sunset. So right here, 2 pink and grey galahs. There's a whole bunch of them first thing this morning. They were a really good alarm, weren't they, Camo?
Yes.
You could hear them flying here, flying there, squawking all over the place. And
Guess we have a
one of them was up there, and he was swinging around on that stick with his beak. He was up dancing and carrying on.
Guess we
That
have
was
a
cool.
natural alarm clock now.
Natural alarm clock, yeah. In the landscape. Beautiful. What are you going to go and do?
The washing.
You're going to go do the washing? Me and the kids going in the artesian hot tubs. You want to come?
So I'm doing mine and the kids' clothes washing.
I don't mind being a grot. Hot tub time.
Danny, he found one. Oh my, you should get in.
Oh, this is beautiful.
We got our own hot tub.
Alright, so just read the information on this spa, guys. So the bore is 240 metres deep.
Yes.
It travels through the pipes under its own pressure into the spa. It's 42 to 49 degrees as it's coming up. By the time it comes into the bars, it's 32 to 35 degrees. So that's why it's not as warm as the one at Francois Perron, which was 40 degrees. This one's only 32 to 35, but it's
Still hot.
still hot, and it's 240 metres deep.
240.
Yeah.
That's why I have to go on my tippy
This
toes.
isn't 240 metres deep. The water's come from the aquifer at a depth of 240 metres.
Still get in. And the door works. Show me.
Alright, so just briefly taking my flying net off. I won't be long because I need it back on. Just taking a little quick walk to their, what would you call it? A museum / junkyard tip, all their old farm machinery. That should be pretty cool to check out all this stuff, hey?
It's meant to be pretty interesting.
Oh no. Caution, you are crossing an airstrip. Look left and right before crossing.
What's an airstrip?
An airstrip's like an airport runway. It's like a runway. So any planes coming?
Used for a while.
Okay. Be careful.
Plane.
It's an elephant. Come at the front. It's Dumbo.
No, it's a plane.
Guys, what are you doing?
Watching telly.
What's on TV?
A ram skull?
A ram skull?
Yeah.
Ah. Wow. It's like 3D, isn't it?
Yeah.
Must be one of those new fancy tellies. Looks like it really pops out at you, hey?
Yeah.
It's an old Beetle V-dub. They used to be everywhere.
They did?
Yeah.
Doors don't work.
Bit of a fixer-upper, that one.
Oh jeez, look at all the weeds inside.
Yeah. Now I see the problem. No engine. Actually, the engines on Beetles are in the back.
Oh, but they are.
Yep. Ah, yes, I told you.
What?
No engine. Of course it's not going anywhere. You going for a ride, are you?
Yeah.
I don't know how far you're going to get, buddy.
It's out of engine. It's out of fuel.
Oh, is that your problem? It's out of fuel?
Yes.
Okay. What about the wheels?
There's no wheels. The
No wheels.
are-
You know who needs wheels? Where we're going, Marty, you don't need roads. Yeah. I don't know what it is. I like it. It's just a whole bunch of old junk all spread out. But it's cool. Alright, so yesterday when we were down here at the river, all this was flowing water. This was all water flowing through here, and now it's all dried up. And there's one little section where I was saying all the fish, they went the wrong way. They went up there, and now they're stuck in that tiny little bit of water there. Had they gone the other way, it still would have been bad news. All that water's dried up. Only the deepest section the kids were swimming in yesterday is still holding water. Everything else is dried up. Living our best lives.
Look at $1 million.
Oh yeah, doesn't get any better than this.
But at least it's a bit of a break from the flies for 2 seconds. Oh.
This is actually really nice.
It's really nice. Very refreshing.
There's only one thing to make this better.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. Do you drink through the vine?
I don't want to risk any of these little suckers getting underneath. It's the worst thing is fly under your fly net. Kids are having fun.
Well, the peace and quiet's over.
It was relaxing. Oh. Hey mate. So the hot tubs in the evening are a really popular destination for everyone. We were here first thing in the morning. There's hardly anyone in there, but they're chockers at the moment. But they got all of these tables set up where you can escape the hecticness of the hot tubs. But we're just looking out over the riverbed. Now apparently 2 weeks ago that river was flowing bank to bank. Could you imagine sitting here watching all that water rushing down there? It would have been absolutely epic. Pizza for dinner tonight?
Possibly.
Possibly.
We've never made it in the Ziggy before.
Pizza on the
We may
Ziggy.
not
What
have
could go
dinner.
wrong? Who knows?
Who knows? We may not have dinner.
Raw on the top, burnt on the bottom. Averages out to be nice, well cooked. All evens out. The ever versatile Ziggy.
Hopefully they turn out.
Winner, winner.
Otherwise we have nothing else for dinner.
Alrighty, second pizza's just gone in. First one's come out. It's not a disaster. Can you hold the torch for me please, honey? The underside's well done. And the top's not quite perfect. But it's not a disaster.
It's cheese and it's pizza. No one's going to care.
We'll perfect it on the next attempt, I'm sure.
Or give us some tips. How do you
Yeah,
plan
give
it
us
up?
some tips. How do you do it? What have we done wrong?
We need a stone for him.
Yeah, pizza stone will be the way to go for sure. Alrighty, second pizza. Is it a winner? Hey! Nice. On the side. Oh, yeah. That's better than the first one.
Well, the first one tasted good though. So.
The first one did taste pretty good.
Oh, sorry.
The first one did.
Wow. This is like the Blair Witch Project.
First one did taste pretty good. But that was the kids' one.
Sorry for the nightmares, people.
Our that's our one. That's the one with the chilies. Oh, it does look scary.
It does. Gosh.
What?
Anyway, Blair Witch aside, pizza for dinner. Well done, hun. Alright, well, good morning. So we're actually going to be doing a little bit of a full drive trip around the property today. You got to sign in at a reception and I'll give you a little mud map with some track notes and points of interest. Should only take about, I don't know, 3 to 4 hours depending on how long we stay at each stop. There's a nice little point to stop and have your lunch. And there's a section of the track the lady was saying, look, it's gonna get pretty rough through there. She suggests that you turn around at that point and follow your tracks and come back the way you came. Because if you keep going that way, you end up having to cross the river, which was flowing only a couple of weeks ago. She goes, it looks passable, but looks can be deceiving. It gets quite boggy. And if you get stuck, it's a $500 fee to get recovered. So we're gonna go that way, obviously, but I'm not gonna try and cross the river because I prefer $500 to stay in my pocket than theirs, to be honest. But we're going to go as far as we can until it gets a little bit too dicey and then turn around and come back. Just trying to enjoy my morning coffee, but the locals are they're very friendly again this morning. So Miranda and the kids are still in the camper. They're just trying to escape the flies. The kids haven't even got up yet. Just gave Miranda a coffee. But I think what we'll do is I'll finish this coffee, finish my morning walk. We'll jump in the car, we'll go sign out at reception. And oh, that's the other thing. They were saying that if you're not back by 5 o'clock, they'll send out a search party. So that's why you got to sign in and sign out. And if you're with Telstra, as we are, you pretty much got coverage on their entire property anyway. And put your radio on channel, it was either 31 or 32, I can't remember. It's on the sheet of paper, sheet of information that they gave us. So yeah, that should be a good day. Trekking around their property, having a look, see if we can see any goats or cattle. There's an old shearing shed we can go and have a look at. There's also the Wooramel, it's hard to say, Wooramel River mouth, where it meets the Indian Ocean. Yeah, should be a nice, enjoyable day. This is actually the Shark Bay World Heritage Area. Their property backs right onto it. And this is one of their little lookouts on their four-wheel drive track. It's obviously really low tide at the moment, but that's really cool. It's good to see. And the river mouth is back over that way somewhere. Obviously it's dried up now, but yeah, it's a good sight. The locals are friendly as always. So I think I said earlier, I hope we see some goats and cattle. I actually meant sheep. They don't run cattle anymore, they run meat sheep. They used to be sheep for shearing, but they've gone for a breed of sheep. I forget their name. They just produce meat and they don't need shearing. So obviously this old shearing shed's unusable or not used anymore. It's a pretty cool old structure though, eh Cam?
Yeah. Roof collapsed in.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess this building isn't used anymore.
What is anymore? Anyways.
I think these were sleeping quarters for all the shearers.
Why do they need sleeping quarters?
Well, because they obviously lived here during shearing season, like when they had to shear all the sheep.
Oh.
God, that's what you call an old country stove, hey? Far out. Look at that thing. It's a wooden stove, Cam.
Wood?
Yeah. No electricity or gas. Put your fire under there. This is how you control the temperature and the airflow. I think I'll go first, eh? Oh, dodgy.
Where'd you wait? Look.
You just stop and wait.
Mama, spread the white on the floor.
Oh, wow.
Hey, look at all that wool.
Yeah, there's still a bunch of wool in here.
Don't step on that kind.
The old scales.
Daddy, I've got something I'll help. If you can help it, try to step on the thing that holds the wood under. It'll give it'll take a lot more pressure for it to flatten.
How cool. That's where they kept them all in all these pens, and you come around here and here's where the shearers stood.
boot him down. Do they boot him down
And they
this
beat him down those slides. Jacqueline, let's not walk through there actually.
Mm.
Let's back it up. We won't walk over that. That looks like it's ready to go.
Huh?
Yeah, they shear him and then they boot him down there. Right, well, as usual, I stand corrected again. There are cattle here. Just passing through. See you guys. Enjoy your day. We'll leave you alone. Alrighty, so we've done that whole track that the lady said was quite rough, and now we've come to the river crossing. Dry, obviously. That's the homestead just up there. That's probably the diciest bit. It's quite steep and sharp on the entrance to the riverbed. The rest of it's just soft sand, and there's a tiny little puddle on the other side. But it does get quite soft and boggy up the top there. So I'm going to give it a go instead of having to go all the way back around. This could be a very expensive decision I'm just about to make. So let's hope I don't get stuck. First ever river crossing. Good thing I got the snorkel, hey? Alright, so Cammie's just opening the last gate for us back at the homestead. That was a good little full drive trip, I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, beautiful countryside, rugged. What was it Buzz Aldrin said when he stepped out onto the moon? I think he referred to it as magnificent desolation or something like that. Beautiful desolation. And that's what that was. It's just so desolate but beautiful.
Yeah, it was really cool.
And that river crossing was a piece of cake, really. It was nothing too serious, but you never know, eh?
No, well, given they just had the rains, you don't know.
And she did say, do not attempt to cross the water. It's $500 to recover, but that money's still in my pocket. Well, actually, it's in Miranda's pocket, but you know what I mean. Alrighty. What now?
Get ready to head off tomorrow, I think.
Yep, headed off tomorrow. So that's probably going to be the end of our trip videos, I think. We just lunch and all that sort of stuff this afternoon and start packing up and get ready to chuff off tomorrow. So yeah, we hope you guys have enjoyed these videos. If you have, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.
Just get through.
Catch you on the next adventure.
Catch you out there.